Yeah. Press harder now. We got NC Tyrant Hunter, Rogue Nation.
Bam, baby.
Bam. Yeah. Not.
Alright, guys. This is NC Tyrant Hunter out here with Rogue Nation and Press Hard.
Yeah.
We got Nat here with us too, guys. He has a fly on the wall. Right.
So NC Tyrant Hunter has trespassed from here too. He's got his sidearm. Yeah.
Yep. So I can't go nowhere.
So he's gonna stay outside.
So we in Hoke County, Sheriff's Office here. Rogue Nation and Press Hard. I can't go in.
Yeah. I've got a new camera. Thanks to NC Tyrant Hunter. And they got more than one lobby going on. Wow. Oh, wow. The Jorgensens, they're a bunch of bootlickers. Do you know the Jorgensen family of bootlickers? There's a whole family of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
The whole family is looking.
Huh. Sheriff Hubert A. Petterkin.
They were born at the German Museum of Life and Science before they moved to Virginia for a little while, and now that they're back here in North Carolina, they'll stay here for a few years until they reach the appropriate age for breeding. They will not be on public display. Carolina Tiger Rescue now joins 48 other animal facilities across the country that are part of the Red Wolf Species Survival Plan.
Make sure you stay on the tape.
Yeah, gotta stay on the green light so it's called forward.
Otherwise, they will call armed deputies. And she's really stalling for dollars, huh? She's really stalling for dollars, huh?
Yes, ma'am. There's a tray up there. It says this is a public record, but do not remove from the tray. How are we supposed to look at that? Can I take it out of the tray and look at it, or? I mean, it's just weird.
What are you talking about? This?
Up there in the top there, it says this is a public record, do not remove from the tray. But it looks like, if you step up there, it looks like booking reports or whatever, that you can look at.
Yeah.
I think what they mean is that you can look at it, but you gotta put it back in that tray. But of course, I didn't want to take it and look at it, but all of a sudden, I said, look, it says do not take.
It's probably a note to themselves, not to take those out.
Oh, leave them in there?
Yeah,
We'll see.
they're supposed to be out there.
Hopefully we'll see. Okay, I just wanted to clarify. All right, thank you, ma'am.
She's nice. So there's 3 incidents there.
Larceny, runaway juvenile. So that was on 4.
Does that have a date?
Yeah, 4/18.
That was yesterday.
Yep. So this one right here.
That was the night log.
Yep. Okay, so communicating threats, larceny, arson, larceny.
Well, this is who gets booked into jail and on what charges.
Yeah, patrol briefing
Sorry.
log, like I said.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I'm gonna keep these in order.
Right. So this is
The night,
on the 17th.
yep.
So there's 2 shifts.
Simple assault, another runaway juvenile. Seems I got a lot of problems with
Runaway juveniles. going on,
juveniles
huh?
running away around here, huh?
And taking them to jail. Child abuse.
Child abuse. See what else.
That a lot of times is a bullshit charge.
Yeah.
A lot of times, most of the time.
Larceny. There's another sheet behind this one. Let me put these down so I can get this one. Common law robbery. B&E. Information, simple assault.
Information.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is.
I think they just wrote the word information there because they don't have a charge.
That's a good possibility. Maybe it's like a call.
Somebody was taken to jail without a charge is what this is. That's what we should, if we were ever going to look into something, it should be this case right here.
Okay, the information.
You see what I'm saying? Because they
Okay,
they
let me
need
get the
information,
address.
so
Where's
somebody,
the address right here, guys?
2917 Donegal Drive, Rayford,
Yep.
report number 220402224.
Here's another one, information.
We could ask her
Okay,
what that means.
yeah. Alright, so let's put these back. That one goes on top of this one. And then these all go on top of that one. Okay, so, alright. Let's see.
But we kind of need to show her. Maybe we could just show her on the paper. Yeah, because see, when I was kidnapped, one time they just called me people, and another time they called me press on. Because they didn't have a name. Because the computer won't let you book somebody unless you fill in the fields.
Yeah, unless you put something in there.
Yeah.
That's probably what that is, that information then. Let's find that issue right there. Ma'am, we had another question real quick. On the sheet here.
How you doing, sir?
Under the
Good, how are you doing?
information, is there any way we can find out what that is? Because the rest of them have like, okay, this one says common law robbery, B&E, simple assault. This one just says information.
Get a DVO up here? Thank you.
What's a DVO?
Domestic Violence Protective Order.
Ah,
Have a nice day, gentlemen.
you have a nice day. She's checking. That guy came out like he was out here for us.
Okay. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Yeah.
So isn't this where they had NC Tyrant Hunters surrounded?
That's what it was
In
saying.
here?
Yeah,
And they trespassed them?
yeah. So I'm guessing they learned the law. Maybe.
But yet he's still trespassed.
Maybe. I don't think
You
he
see, I mean, they should rescind that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know his last name. Which of his last name I'd ask?
Oh, if he's trespassed?
Yeah.
I don't know either.
I don't remember.
Judge overturns public transportation mask mandate. Yeah. I'm having a hard time finding somebody that can explain no charges. That is always a hard one to explain, you know? you can see the deputies on duty and like what zone they're in. I wonder what a signal 22 is. See, this is what he was talking about, a DVO.
Wow.
There's 3 of them on that shift. The 17th. Probably all DVO orders. He even gave the names.
I guess that isn't confidential here in North Carolina. I see Jeff and them out there in the reflection. Yeah, this place is dead. I'm ready to bounce.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be answering this question.
Yeah, they're not going to. They're not going to. They're going to leave us at that long ago. Excuse me, ladies? Someone coming to help? Hello? 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 People I pay to help me? Hello?
There's a lady on the phone.
Got like 3 people working back there. I can see at least 1, 2, 3 people working there. Somebody in a red shirt over here. There's a lady sitting like right there on the other side of that wall.
Yeah, I can only see her from
Yeah, and
here.
the one far over. Hello? Hello? Anybody there that can help? We asked that young lady that was in the front here if she could find somebody to tell us about this information thing under the incident.
Someone's on their way.
Oh, they are?
Yes, the officer's on his way.
He's not coming from Florida, is he?
No, as soon as he'll be here shortly.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
Coming from Florida. It's a good 8 hours away. Florida.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't want to be here for 8 hours. Yeah, you can see Justin. See him
In the reflection? Oh, yeah.
see him?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing, sir? Good, how you doing, sir? Lieutenant Mazai, I'm Sheriff's Office. Lieutenant? Yes, sir. Okay, great. Let me show you what I was looking for. We read some of your public information.
What's your name? What's your name? Excuse me.
And we noticed everything else in the charge. We were just wondering what that information is. Yeah, information is just strictly information.
Why is this guy running away?
That's correct. Okay, so it wasn't that someone was arrested and they just weren't charged yet?
No, there's no crime.
No crime.
Like if a stray dog pooped in your yard, it's information.
Straight up scooped in my yard, wasn't it?
No. Is there anything else we can help you with, sir?
What's the signal 22?
This is second. Do you guys happen to have identification?
For what?
Our policy 4-05 states that any person who's in our facility, upon request, has to provide identification.
Oh, well, I'll leave.
Violates the Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution.
Sir, this is what our policy is. Do you have any identification?
Well, that's not a law.
Sir, he requested your identification, I need it now.
That's not a law,
Or leave the
man.
property.
I'll leave.
This is the last time you will be warned.
Thank you, sir.
All right, all the way off the property or you will be arrested.
And you guys are a little hostile for public information requests.
Making sure you leave the property like you requested. Hey, take that. You left something on the ground.
0405 policy violates the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution. We said their policy requires that anybody inside there has to provide identification.
Really?
Yeah. And I said, your policy violates the Fourth Amendment. He said, that's our policy. And then dude walks out in the black, and he walks right up to press, dude, like this.
I know, that's
He
what
told
they
me to
done
let me blah, blah, blah.
That's what they done to me when I first came up here.
Okay. All right.
But he didn't tell me to leave.
Attorney. I'm going to go see the county
Yeah.
attorney.
I don't, they don't give them satisfaction leaving just right away.
Right.
Let them ponder.
No, he was listening. Okay. First off, they were hella cool for a long time.
They were cool?
Yeah, they were cool. Like, nobody came out at all. And there was a nice lady behind the counter, like a really young girl with braces,
Oh, that's
you
a
know?
different one, because there was a big black lady that was a bitch in here when I come in here.
Well, she's there too.
Oh, she's still there?
Yeah.
Oh, bro,
Yeah.
she was nasty.
But then they didn't let us put the paper back.
Oh, I gave it to the guy, told him to put it back.
Give me a rundown so I can play it. Give me a rundown what
All right, so we were in there for a long time. We were looking around, and we went up and asked. Because Rogue noticed a tray that said, "This is public information. Do not remove from the tray."
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And it was like a stack of papers.
Yeah.
And so he went over and he asked the girl what that sign meant, like how, because we can't see it if we can't take it out of the tray, because it's up on the top shelf. And so she's like, "Oh, that just means don't take it with you." You know what I mean?
Oh, so
just
you can
put
take
it
it
back
out
in the
and
tray.
read it
Yeah,
and
you
put it
can.
back.
Yeah, and so it was a stack of every shift they make one of these forms that shows who's been arrested on what charges. And there's other things like DVOs, domestic violence orders.
Yeah.
And so we were looking at them and we noticed that, okay, everybody that's booked has a charge, right? And so there'll be juvenile runaway or domestic violence or simple assault or something,
So
right?
What did they say to you?
But we found one that said information. Okay, didn't have a charge.
Yeah.
And somebody behind the computer was just wrote in information because they have to fill in that field,
Just a
right?
blank,
So they wrote the word information. And so we were trying to find out what that meant, right? And the nice girl, she's like, "Oh, I'll go get somebody that can explain it." And then so she disappears, and it's like hella long,
Yeah,
right?
we was like, where they at?
Yeah, it's like hella long,
Did they
and we're
lock 'em
waiting.
up in there or what?
And then Rogue is like
North Carolina.
yelling back there, is anybody back there or whatever. I think that's what really pissed him off.
really?
I bet it is.
Yeah.
And
Trying to get their
then
attention. They ignored me
three
when I went in
officers came out acting all kinds of squirrely and like
Yeah. That's
but
what they done
but
to
we
me.
had them
There
surrounded,
were 4 of them.
except we had them surrounded.
Yeah.
And
was
and
upset.
I pinned them all into one little area and stuff, so that I could keep my eye on them. And then he pops out with his code and stuff about how you have to identify if if asked, right? And I said, well, I'll leave then. And